Hello guys, it's Jen here from Just Jen Cosplay. What I have been trying to do today is actually to do a Twitch stream, except I'm a big failure. Basically I was able to do it with audio, but for some reason the video just didn't want to work. Anyway, what I'm doing is working on the prop for the glass armour. You can obviously see it all behind me. You've seen the weeks of me working on it. It still needs more work because it all looks a little bit too clean at the moment, in my opinion. So obviously this looks lovely and everything, but I need to do a lot more work on making this colour darker and shinier. But also on like shading and stuff in these. But no costume would be complete without a prop, so prop making. So yeah, I basically just got a line art drawing of a glass sword. I decided to go for the glass sword because I'm running out of time, and the axe looks awesome, but I think would just take me too long. So I am going to do something. I don't normally do this sort of live type thing, but I've decided that since I was all set up to do it, I'm just going to video straight away. Looking for some good old pins just to pin this in place. Just because they do seem to run around by themselves. It's been snowing in the UK, for those of you that watch who are outside of the UK. And actually, yeah, for most people they might be like, yeah, snow, whatever, especially if you're like Canadian. But yeah, the snow here's actually been pretty bad, and they've closed my work today, which is disappointing because today is Friday, and I don't work Fridays. So I feel like I've been chipped off there, but oh well. At least I'm home safe and well, which was one of the things that I was worried that wouldn't happen since I had to drive from Bournemouth over to Kent, 150 miles on Wednesday evening to get home. Right, there we go. Just enough pins to make sure that it doesn't run around, and then tracing it round. Yeah, I spent no more than an hour really on this. Found a line art drawing for the glass sword, as I said, and then just spent the time printing it out, making sure roughly how big I wanted it to be. So this covers 3 bits of A4. Not fully, it's got a little bit of space at each end, but gives you an idea of how big it is. I wanted it to be roughly, looking at pictures of any characters holding the sword, it's about the size of their arm. So that's roughly what I was going for, the size of my arm, ish. Yeah, what I might do is, rather than chat through all of this, is just fast forward through it. During my Twitch stream that didn't really work, I put a new blade on this, so it should be nice and sharp. I'm really disappointed because I've been really working myself up to this stream all week. When I decided to myself last week, like, that was it, I was going to do it. I was going to put myself out there and stream, which is really frightening because doing the YouTube stuff, which I've been doing for, I mean, this is like probably something like my 42nd, something like that video. But obviously I can edit everything, and at the end of the day I'm doing it for me. Whereas when you start to stream and people can interact with you in real time, it's just a lot more nerve-wracking, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to stop the video for a bit so that I can finish this off. Once I've cut one side out, I'll do the other side, and then I'll probably just come back and show you the next steps, because really you don't want to just see me cutting, I assume. So I'll pause it there. Here's one. You can see it's very floppy, so I definitely think I'm going to have to put something in there, because it feels like, oh, I need to be a bit shorter. It feels like even with a second one, it's just going to be really like a fish. Slap you with a fish, sir. Yeah. Oh well, I'll cut the other one out and then I'll show you what I'm going to do. It's floppy. Anyway, I'll show you what I'll do to put a core in. Here we go. So another about half an hour to cut that out. And it's not a perfect job, but it's good enough. I mean, you can see there that bit was quite difficult, but yeah, quite straight and overall pretty good cut out. So those two will sit together like that. But yeah, even with that, they're still a little bit floppy. So yeah, what I'll be doing is cutting out a channel down the middle of each one. Just have to make sure they're in the same place. So cut out here. Got to figure out exactly where. Probably start somewhere there, around there, and then go down to around here. It would be good if I could go all the way down to the tip, the hilt, to about here. It would be pretty good if I could do that. The only thing that I'm worried about is, like with everything, so if I'm cutting a channel here, see that's as thick as it's going to be, which is perfect for my hand, really. Perfect size. So I'm really pleased with the way that I've sized that to me. But yeah, I'm worried that by the time I start sort of sculpting that and making that rounder, that I'm going to end up cutting in. Well, let's go find out. I'll go and grab my piece of plastic thingy. So here we go. Just cut out one end, thought that'd be alright, but got to cut out both ends. So garden stakes is what they're called. There you go, garden stakes. They had a few different sizes. So these are 120 centimetres. Got to be careful because there is a point on one end. Stabby stabby. But yeah, the point is I felt like I could probably cut this one in half, and so that would effectively be 6 uses I could get out of these. Or they'd be quite useful for maybe a stave, or if I went with some kind of two-handed, like maybe the greatsword, if I make the greatsword at some point. But yeah, this way I should probably be able to get away with cutting it in half, as you can see, roughly. About half of it probably be good enough for that. I have got a jigsaw, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that to just chop that down to size. And then be a case of drawing out obviously where we want it to go to, how big the channel needs to be for it to sit in. So here we go. Just cut that in half. It's metal, which I hadn't realised, but that's not an issue, that's fine. So there we go. So as I said, I'm going to draw this. I'll just angle this slightly down. There you go. I'm just going to draw this on here. So I'm going to get it in what I believe is the middle. So I'm just going to draw around it. That's my finger in the way. There you go. Then what I'll just do is effectively I'll just cut that channel out. I'll use, I've got a metal ruler that I will use for this, if I can find it. It's somewhere here. I will just do the stipulation. I will do the thing. that obviously jigsaws or any of the power tools that we tend to use, like Dremels and the heat guns even, do just be really careful when you're using them. Obviously they are potentially dangerous, so do use the correct safety equipment and anything that you need to do to make sure you are safe whilst using them. There we go, I've just literally put some glue in now that I've cut the channel out, as you can see, nice channel, and lots of bits of the channel out. And yeah, just waiting for the glue to dry and then I'll stick them together. There we go, so it's another day and so they've been stuck together, and just using my blade I've been cutting away, as you can see, hacking at the edges of the sword to just try and make it a little bit flatter, and then working on it with my Dremel equivalent, my rotary tool, and starting to sand down these sides. I've also started to taper the end, which is I'm gonna have to work backwards because obviously I want it to be coming to a bit of a point here. Yeah, overall for my first sword, I'm quite pleased. Yeah, anyway, I did manage to get my Twitch stream going. So those of you that are interested, it is Just Jen Cosplay. It's twitch.tv Just Jen Cosplay. But if you can just search for Just Jen Cosplay on Twitch and you'll find me. I had a really good time actually. And for anyone who's been thinking about doing a Twitch stream, especially for like cosplay, I found it really chilled out. A couple of people came in and were just chatting to me, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. So I'll be doing that again. I'll have to probably work up to the confidence of actually playing a game on stream because I am such a noob. But yeah, I will continue to work on this into next week. So I've got some bits to do, obviously lots more sanding across all these bits here, and obviously all around here. And then I'm going to be building up around the hilt a little bit more with some 5 and some 2mm foam. So yeah, just to confirm, that is Polyprops 10mm, 2 lots of 10mm EVA foam. It's just their cheap one, the craft foam. It's not the super expensive pro one, but I will let you all see how it comes out. I feel like I need to stop. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. If you've got any questions, as always, let me know. If you want to follow any of my crazy pictures of the snow from this week, then you can see them on Just Jen Cosplay on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and Vero. Obviously you can come and have a look at my Twitch streams whenever you like, because I think if I've done it right, then I have saved it so you can watch it anytime. You can even watch the 20 minutes of me absolutely failing to I'm just chatting at the camera thinking that I'm doing a video, and yeah, only audio is working. Yeah. Anywho, if you have got any questions or anything, just shout, and yeah, hope you've enjoyed that. Anyway, I will see you guys next week, and yeah, have fun.